the bus drivers that work in the West for the privately run bus companies had concerns. They had a snap stop work after concerns over the tender process and the demands that had been put on these companies. They are now releasing details of a major survey that they have done on concerns around this very, very thing. And they're concerned about the problems that it will lead to. The general gist of their concern seems to be over the tender process itself, and that's put out by the government. So they're going the government on this one. Mick Pieri is on the line, Senior Official of the Transport Workers Union. Hi, Mick.
G'day, Justin. How are you, mate?
Good, Mick. What does this survey show you?
Mate, look, we surveyed over 300 drivers across Sydney, but mainly out in the west. Look, on the top things, the major concerns is basically they're reporting maintenance issues, and they're going unresolved. Now, what that means is that, you might have a faulty door, faulty brakes. What normally happens with that is that you report it, it gets fixed. But because they're always in a hurry now,
right,
they're going back on the road. So,
okay,
we've got 40 buses on the road.
So I was right, am I? The main problem is the pressure that is put on these companies, and in the tendering process, when they put in that for tender, it then leads them to the timetables are too quick, the demands are just far too high, so it cuts down the safety for the drivers and passengers.
Absolutely. Look, you're spot on. And
okay,
the problem we've got there is that, we've done certain things. We've gone to the government. We went to Stuart Ayres today. He knew we were coming. He's the Minister assisting the Premier out at Western Sydney. We had the results of the survey. We had 80 drivers and members of the public there today. And unfortunately, he wasn't there. Couldn't see us.
All right.
So we've made a decision. Given him 4 weeks, we'll go back. And obviously, if they don't want to see us again to give us an answer, we might have a sit-in right there in his office. We don't know yet.
A sit-in? And what will that do? Will that shut the buses down? Are you going to pull everyone into that?
We're not saying that at the moment, but what we are saying is they need to take it serious. Now, in the short term, we need these things fixed, like, proper running times or whatever. But long term, when they need to discuss with us, they need to sit down with us, with the union, with the delegate.
Yeah. And
we need to start figuring out how to fix this whole crazy tendering system they've put together.
All right, so what does the survey show you? What are the worst bits?
Okay, well, first one, like I told you, they're not fixing the buses. 90% of drivers are saying they're under pressure. Running times, schedules, getting in and out. Physical abuse. They've been abused, they've been racially abused, spat on. We've got one driver here that got spat on and 3 times in one run, actually. And
why, and look, that's obviously an awful thing, but why does that relate to the pressure of the job?
Well, that's probably, these things happen because of the fact they're either running late, drivers then might be getting angry, they're not answering the way they should,
So somebody would spit on a driver for running late?
3 times, yeah.
That's why he got spat on, for running late?
Absolutely.
Oh, extraordinary.
Yeah, horrible. I mean, I know that. Yeah. And it sounds crazy, and you go out and you speak to the drivers and you might say to them, what's happening? And they're all telling us the same thing.
All right, Mick, so what's going to happen from here? Unless you get some answers in the next 4 weeks, you're going to have a sit-in?
Well, there'll be at least that, but we're hoping that they'll see some common sense and at least sit down and have some discussions with us. I mean, it's not asking too much. We're telling them it's not working. Sit down with us, have some discussions, and let's work out where we can go with this. If they force us if they don't want to meet with us, then we'll consider our options.
It's good talking to you, Mick. Thanks very much. Best of luck with it.
Thanks, mate.
Mick Pieri, the Senior Official with the Transport Workers Union. It's 4:15. Hi.